I'm Jeff Brooks, and this is Redefining Policing, connecting community and law enforcement through policy change. It was May 2020. The world was much different. In fact, we were in the middle of a global pandemic, but not just a pandemic. There also was a social uprising not long after the death and murder of George Floyd. The nation had a question to ask. How do we define policing? And that question took place in cities and towns all across America. In fact, it also happened here in the city of Rahway, where there was a peaceful protest at this very location where people actually had to challenge police on how to go about policing their communities. This study highlights the evolving landscape of policing in the city of Rahway, a vibrant and highly diverse community home to roughly 31,000 residents. This study was prompted by a nationwide call for police reform following the tragic death of George Floyd and aims to explore the complex relationship between the police and the communities that they serve. In 2021, the Rahway Social Justice Commission conducted a survey addressing issues of inclusiveness and police-community relations. The findings highlighted the need for the police to make a greater effort in building trust and transparency. Oddly enough, the Rahway Police Department, with the support of Mayor Raymond Giacobbe, was already in the process of implementing policy changes. However, the social climate and public feedback provided an added incentive for reform. The study took these findings further by interviewing key stakeholders in Rahway, including the mayor, the city's business administrator, the police director, chief law enforcement captain, a detective, patrol officers, and community activists. Through these interviews, the study identified several major themes, including the need for community engagement, training and development, and transparency and accountability. One notable policy change implemented by the Rahway Police Department was the full adoption of body-worn cameras, which serves as tools for reassurance and accountability. Now, Rahway was the first in Union County to adopt such a policy. Additionally, the department introduced a state-approved Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training course led by Sergeant Scott Rayak to provide officers with alternatives to handle situations requiring force and emphasizing de-escalation techniques. Efforts to diversify the Rahway Police Department have also been underway, with a focus on making the department better reflect the demographics of the community. The interviews with stakeholders revealed a comprehensive approach to defining police and community relations, with a focus on building trust, engaging with the community, as well as showcasing transparency. The feedback from the community showed an appreciation for the department's efforts, but also a disconnect where many of the progressive policy changes were not widely known by the public at large. In conclusion, the findings in the study indicate that the Rahway Police Department is on a positive trajectory in terms of community policing. The introduction of new policies and initiatives, along with the efforts to diversify the police force, reflect a proactive approach in building a foundation of trust and collaboration. However, the challenges ahead require continuous adaptation and evaluation to ensure that these efforts resonate with the broader community. The ongoing commitment of the city's government and the Rahway Police Department to community policing and engagement is crucial in building the gap between law enforcement and the residents of Rahway, and hopefully to communities all across this nation.